What is up, everybody? Welcome on in to the Friday show here at the Fantasy Alarm. I'm here solo for the moment. Our guest, Tyler Orginski, the number one ranker from 2024. He's running a little behind, but he's going to join us today on the Friday show. You guys know what that means. It means family, as always, and it means friends. I have friends of mine on the show, and what we do is we go through this slate. We kind of break down each game. We look at the top, the sneaky matchups. We'll definitely mention it all to you guys, but we're looking for the top matchups because what we do here on Friday is we do an FFPC weekly challenge. For those unfamiliar with that, definitely go get set up over there. It's one of my favorites. You got all these other weekly contests, right? You've got the DFSs, you've got the drafts. In those, you have a lot more constraints, right? You've got drafts where it's like, a snake draft. We do those over here. You got the sites with the salaries, all those things. You got none of that over at FFPC. At FFPC, you can go in and build a lineup kind of however you want. There's only one rule. Only one rule at FFPC. You can't use two players from the same team, right? So, and for me, I kind of like that because a lot of times when you play the other platforms, if you don't have the right stack, you get crushed. Like if you don't have Joe Flacco and Jamar Chase, when Jamar Chase scores 70 points against me in Scott Fishbowl, then you lose, right? So on this, there's none of that. You have to pick one player from each team. It does make for tough decisions, but you can also make some monster lineups. If this is your first time watching, we've had guests like Dave Kluge, Rich Rebar. We're just waiting for our guy Tyler Orginski to jump in here. He should be in momentarily. I see you guys in the chat. What's popping? If anyone has any questions in the meantime, definitely throw them in there and we'll hit on them. There's also been some news. If you guys didn't see it, a couple breaking things, not necessarily for everybody, but we're getting some clarification here. The big ones for fantasy football, for those wondering, Terry McLaurin ruled out. So no McLaurin. And Deebo Samuel also practicing off to the side so far. Puka Nacua also ruled out. Chuba Hubbard's officially going to be back. And Dave Canales, very annoyingly, said that they're keeping it secret on who's going to get the star and the bulk of the work for competitive advantage. Super annoying for fantasy. And also Trayvon Diggs last night suffered a concussion and he's going to be out. So just a couple things there to keep in mind. We're going to go through as much of it as we can today on the show. And guess what? Our guy is here. So let me welcome him on in. Tyler O. What up,
dude?
Brother? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Running up against it. Sorry about being a few minutes late, dude, but I'm absolutely thrilled to be back talking football with my man Coop.
I love it, dude. Yeah, no worries on being late, dude. I almost had to postpone the show, dude. I went to put in my contacts. I was wearing my glasses this morning. I went to put in my contacts, and I had hot peppers on my hands, dude. I couldn't see for.
Dude, you know what's a little ridiculous that you just said that to me, because I don't know if you can see, like, my eyes are watering. I literally had something in my. The reason I'm late is that something in my contact, and I'd like go upstairs and like try to fix them, and I'm just like taking them out, man.
It's just one of those days, bro.
Just one of those days, dude. I was like, dude, about to jump on, and my eyes like hurt me. I don't know, like for those contact wearers out there, I'm sure you know, it's like, when that your contact like finds itself up in the eyelid.
Yes, dude.
Dude, just dealt with that. So I'm back now. We're here. I'm ready.
Glad you made it, man. I'm glad you made it. Yeah, dude. Eye troubles all across the board. I couldn't see for 15 minutes. I mean, I couldn't look at my computer for another like 10, dude. So there you go. But yeah, so here's what we're doing, folks. Let's see. One quick question before we get at it. Lex wants to know Darnold, Dart, Wentz, Young, Tila, or Mac Jones this week. Looks like he's taking a peek at the waiver wire here. Where would you go, brother?
I'm pulling up my ranks right now. Forgive me for not being as prepared.
Yeah, you're good, man. And as I mentioned, folks, in the intro, these ranks, golden. Number one in-season ranker last year on Fantasy Pros, which is like that's the thing in the ranking community. So absolute megastar. And you're crushing again this year, obviously. So good stuff over at FTN where you're rocking. I pop over to FTN virtually every day. Virtually every day that I'm working, I like to see what you guys are doing. I also like to you guys have the DVOA over there.
Oh man, it's massive.
Awesome, right? So it's like I'm always checking that out. So make sure you guys are checking out the content over there. But yeah, on this one,
let's see here. So I'm gonna go through it. That's a lot of names. So let me just Mac Jones, probably got to adjust for Purdy, but Purdy was sitting at 16. Trevor Lawrence is down at 18. Bryce Young is down at 21. Wentz, no. Dart or Darnold? All right, where does Darnold sit this week?
Darnold's got kind of a tough matchup, but he's
Yeah,
been good.
I honestly, so in my start sit article that I release on Thursdays, I have Dart as a sit, just because of the matchup is absolutely brutal here. But out of all these options, I actually have Dart ranked the highest right now at QB 15. So
Yeah.
I think we're going for the rushing floor here. Maybe hoping he rushes one in, and you're hoping to get yourself maybe like 16 to 20 points here from Jackson Dart. So I would be rolling Dart here. And frankly, if you're in this position, I don't know if it's a a bye week situation, which it very well could be. Maybe he has Josh Allen out there. But if you're hurting, I mean, Dart's slowly becoming a quarterback that I'm pretty comfortable starting week to week, particularly in softer matchups. If you don't have, say, like a top 6 or top 8 option.
Yeah, I mean, like the rushing upside on guys that run. I mean, 10 so far. What do you do? 10 carries, 7 carries, 13 carries.
Yeah.
I did a little study just looking at every quarterback that ran five or more times and played 16 games has finished top 10 in fantasy going back like 20 years, except one Colin Kaepernick season. Like if you're willing to run, all you have to do is be willing to run.
Yep.
And the floor is there, and so is the upside. So
it's a touchdown floor. I think about it. Like 50 yards is like depending on what format you're playing, like it's better than a passing touchdown. And he's able to get that. And he's going to need that, though, considering his passing options in that offense. But while he's doing it, getting while the getting's good, man. Rushing quarterbacks, we all know the Konami code.
It's the cheat. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. Let me pull it up here. What we do is we go through every game, and we pull out our favorite matchups for every single game, except for the 9:30 game is not on the slate over at FFPC. So that one's going to be out. And we just we put our favorite matchups into the sheet here, and then we use that to make an FFPC lineup. Again, if you want to play over at FFPC, use promo code ALARM. They'll give you $25 when you deposit $35 or more. This is the $35 contest. So mathematically, if I were you, if you wanted to try a couple of these, put in 45, they'll give you 25, then you'll have $70 in there, and you'll be able to play 2 of these. There's 3 different levels. There's the 10-team one, the 30-team one, the 100-team one. We usually do the 30-team one, but, me, Tyler O, we go way back. You got the ranker of the year.
Let's do it.
Fantasy writer of the year. We're going to try and take down that hundo spot, baby. So
let's get it done.
100. We got to get it done. Someone's got to do it, dude. If we don't do it, then who's gonna? So we're jumping in. We're doing it. First game here, Patriots at Titans. You know what? You've probably been hearing it too. The whispers in the streets. Everybody's saying it. They're saying Patriots, hottest team in football. Patriots are back.
So back. Many have said.
Just very bad. People are like, they're like, do you remember Tom Brady? And everyone's like, not really. No.
Did you say Drake May? Did you say Drake May?
Did you say Drake May, dude? They're like, is that Drake May? Is it Josh Allen? And everyone's like, what's the difference? So very, very excited about the Patriots. So what do you think? If you're going to use somebody let me ask first, is there a Titan we would even consider here?
If they're I would think if we had to consider a deep Titan, I think Alec Amenor would probably be the only one that's under some consideration.
Yeah.
Because is Ridley going to sit? Last time I checked, we weren't sure about Ridley suiting up for this game. Right. And frankly, he's in some ways the rookie has the day 3 rookie in some ways has outplayed Ridley up to this point.
I think Amenor's been playing. I would go as far as to say he's playing well, and Cam Ward's just not playing that.
Yeah, that's fair. So like for me, if we're looking at like a deep option, Amenor would probably be the only one I would slightly consider. It sucks, but like with the split with Pollard and Spears right now, I think both are completely out of play, just considering the state of this offense. So for me, Amenor is the only one that I slightly would consider.
On the Patriots side, I like this point from Brian. I'm going to throw that in the sheet. We'll scroll over, give a little respect to the defenses. But yeah, I think that the Pats defense is on the table here. What about if we're going to go with some Pats players? I mean, this isn't crazy, right? That's not crazy.
No, certainly not crazy.
Where do you have May ranked? Top 5 this week?
Let's see where I got May ranked. He sits at my number 3 quarterback overall.
Awesome, dude. I think I have him 4. I think I have Dak and Jaden Daniels and Mahomes ahead. Where do you have Mahomes?
Right now, I got Mahomes at 2, Jaden Daniels at 1. So, I mean,
okay, I just put Dak in there because of the shootout. That game with the
he's at 4. Dak's at 4. Dak's at 4.
Exactly. Okay, so cool. All right,
we're starting everybody in the command. Like when we get to Commanders and Cowboys, there's not enough space to put the names down, man.
I know, and we can only pick one from each team. That's the crazy thing about that. That game is going to be huge for this. So, is there anyone else we would consider? I mean,
Let me
Talking about the
go
RBs.
through. Let me go through. When I look at the actual players from this game, I mean, I would say my best kind of like values would be the Pats defense and Drake May.
I think
I
it's
don't.
I think that's it.
And side note is I made a bold start on my start sit article about Henderson this week. Like I feel like people have been calling it every week. Someone's going to be right finally, but Vrabel can't lose this game, and he needs to absolutely crush his former team. And while we haven't seen a lot of Henderson lately, for whatever reason, I get it. Is there a world, Coop, where maybe they just run up the clock and they put in their backups, and the backup is Henderson?
Yeah, Howard's got this whole Howard Bender, who hosts with me during the week. He's got all these narratives on like teams firing their coaches, and this is the Patriots' third road game in a row. Which that one, there's so he doesn't think it's going to be a runaway. I do, but
everyone's a runaway against the Titans, man. Come on.
I just want to see, and then there's the Vrabel narrative with that can go either way because they clearly want to beat him. He pretends like he doesn't care, but
the narratives are fine here. But we have two very different tiered teams. We have arguably the worst team in the NFL with one of the hottest teams in the NFL.
4-2, head of the top of the. Oh, dude. I said yesterday I was going to wear my AFC runs my Patriots run the East shirt today. I forgot to get it out of the store.
Dust it back off. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to wear it. What I'll do, I'll wear it Sunday on those big shows just because it's like, you got to wear it while you can. Who knows?
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Next game here, Eagles, Vikings. Eagles favored by 1.5 on the road against the Vikes. Vikes coming off a bye week. Start either side you want, man. If the names you want to throw up there, and again, our rule of thumb is always, even if we're not going to use a player, sometimes we put their name on the sheet out of respect and also to ward off jinxes.
Yeah, so I am of the feeling, so I think AJ Brown's going to make a second half comeback to the season here, and I kind of want to just respect him a little bit. The volume hasn't been terrible. Obviously, we understand some of this is because of A, how the offense operates, and 2, Hurts hasn't necessarily shown the best accuracy as of late. But I kind of want to toss AJ Brown's name up there right now as somebody who I'm kind of think is going to have he's going to reward the folks who have drafted him that might be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, I love that. Do we put Barkley on there just to have him up there? Or are you completely out on him?
No, Barkley's up there for me. He's easily one of the top folks for me. So we're going to roll with that.
Yeah. What about the Viking side of things?
Let me check my Viking side of things. Let me go to my projection, see if there's anybody that's necessarily sticking out for me.
Not a good matchup definitely not a good matchup for Hawkinson.
No, it's the name. There's nothing that's sticking out for me. I think that, if I had to pick one, obviously it'd be J. Jeff or possibly Jordan Mason for me if I had to go that route.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go Jordan Mason up against the Eagles here. I think we'll leave it at that. If sometimes when you get to the wide receivers, it's just like there's not a lot of chalk, especially with Puka out and guys dealing with injuries. Chase already played, so we'll see. Next game here, we got the weather game. Do we just dodge this completely, or is there somebody?
Oh, dude, it is Judkins Barry Sanders week, my dude.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So just think about the situation and who's been getting the Dolphins every single week.
Crushing the Dolphins.
It's basically the Dolphins are free points for running backs. Like I think was it Kamani Vidal made him look like Barry Sanders last week. Like absolutely shout out there. Was it? No, it wasn't him. Sorry. Last week it was
Kamani Vidal.
Yeah, it was Kamani Vidal, and then Rico Dowdle.
The week before was Dowdle, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, this is a situation, and then I think they had the Jets before that, and Fields ran all over them. So I think Judkins is. I would not be surprised with this weather to see Judkins touch the ball, say 25 times.
I love that.
He's good. This defense sucks, and I think there's a world where, considering Dylan Gabriel and the offense and the weather, that the Browns' most comfortable spot is just handing the ball off to Judkins in this game and letting him absolutely rip.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's lock him in there. On the Dolphin side, stay away.
So, and just so I'm clear, so I want to rewind just a second. So we're doing this FFPC thing. I haven't done it before. Are we just allowed to pick any players we want? Like, so no constraints?
You just can't pick 2 players from the same team.
That's it.
That's it, dude. So like, here's what it is.
You can pick the best of the best, no problem. Okay.
Yeah. Like, so here the winning lineups end up being basically, it's like the Chaw It really
Chalk.
does end up being the chalk. You don't have to necessarily differentiate, but the pure chalk seems like it doesn't always win. Like you got to have like the Judkins of the week or the Dowdle of the week in there. So if we
Yeah.
just go by mostly by our rankings with the pure best chalk, maybe avoid any good players we really don't like their matchup. Like last week, we came very close to winning. We were just like we had a Buka in there who didn't really do much.
You
We
got
even
hurt. Yeah.
avoided Puka and all that. We started Rams defense and
Yeah.
came very close. But you got to have like we didn't have Dowdle,
Yeah.
so like
That's
that was kind of right. That was it. So it's like you got to have as close to the exact chalk as you can. I thought we did one of these last year.
No, I don't think we did. I don't think we did.
Yeah.
I mean, I would put a Chan if you want to put someone on there. I mean,
Just
I don't think
just
we
to
need to.
put him in consideration.
Yeah. Get him in
But
consideration. I'm
it's
not
tough.
seeing myself
It's a
doing
tough
it.
run matchup, but he
It's
catches a
one
lot
of the
of
worst. It's
Yeah.
arguably the worst. I think the Browns are the top
Yeah.
DVOA run defense, but
I see the chat asking about DJ Moore and DeAndre Swift. The groin injury for Swift is not new. Apparently, he's had that, so I think he's going to be going. And DJ Moore did return to practice, so I kind of expect both of those guys to go. We will see, though. Today's obviously a big day for that, so let's just wait and see what the designations are. But I think both those guys are going to go. There's a lot of players, as I mentioned at the top of the show, that have been ruled out. Puka Nacua, Terry McLaurin, Chuba Hubbard is back. Trayvon Diggs apparently fell at his home. Did you hear that, Tyler?
who? What happened?
Trayvon Diggs fell in his house last night and he suffered concussion and he's already ruled out for this week.
Oh my god!
So he just fell down, dude. So that over under probably, I mean,
Yeah.
55 point over under just got even weirder.
Okay.
So yeah. All right, next game here: Saints Bears. Bears favored by 5.5.
Okay.
What are you seeing?
We're doing Olave here for sure. So Olave's seen pretty elite usage. Obviously the stats
targets
come there. What?
Crazy targets for him.
Yeah, and so this is a matchup where I think the volume can pay off. Bears defense ranks 26th in pass DVOA, and the Bears defense is giving the third most points up to wide receivers. Implied total for the Saints is 21, so not great, but considering the offense, it's actually pretty good. So for me, I wrote this one up where I think the skill set kind of lines up perfectly, the volume lines up, and it finally kind of comes together for Olave in this game this week against the Bears.
I love that, dude. Let's lock him in. And again, if you have a play like Olave in there, we could literally just start. If we start Olave and Judkins, we could just start like essentially pure chalk the rest of the way. You kind of just got to hit on a top 3 or so quarterback, and then most of the good chalk, and then just hit a couple, guys that kind of come from nowhere to do it in this one. I see Chuck Bass in the chat saying there's a full squad pushing apartments right now.
Let's go. Flashbang. Flashbang.
I tell you, that's a reference to this game we play called PUBG. Look what the team name is up top.
You love to see it. The Pachinki brothers are here to stay, dude.
I already put it in there.
I didn't see that the first time. I absolutely
Pachinki brothers are rocking.
I was just playing last night, man. I've
been playing Helldivers on Xbox lately. I know you already got your share of that. You play on PC when you played Helldivers?
Yeah, I have a little bit, but the homies, our clan on PUBG is trying to push. Like half of us went over to Battlefield 6. So
I heard that's really good, actually.
Probably is. I've loved the old Battlefield games, but in my old boomer self here in my late 30s, I just can't stomach playing too many video games.
You don't like change. You don't like change. I get it. I don't either.
I'm not gonna be very good at them. I don't have enough time to dedicate. That's how it works.
Yeah, we don't. So okay, I'm gonna hit a couple real quick rapid fire questions in the chat.
Let's hit them.
We typically do questions on Thursday. Trade Shaheed for Kraft.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, DJ Moore or Whittington this week. All
DJ Moore, if he goes, man, for sure.
Rashee Rice, yes, we all want Rashee Rice to do well. I'm starting Rashee Rice wherever I have him. Genty for Kyron.
Ooh, that's actually a good question.
Yeah, those trades always make me nervous. Why is that dude doing? Like, what's the? I always like to have like a narrative behind a trade. Like, if you were to do a trade of like James Cook for somebody because James Cook's on bye this week and you can't afford to lose, then that makes sense. It's like, what is this person think he knows? This person just sending you that trade because they think they're smarter than you. Who's smarter?
I'm like going over some of my stuff right now. Let me just take a look. I'm looking into some numbers that would try to make sense here. So I would say, I probably would hold Jainty. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm holding
I'm
JT.
scared to trade him. Kyron is the safer play, but Genty, like we've seen
I'm holding
flashes
it.
of
It's just like,
brilliant.
what is the upside, I guess, as much with, because like Kyron, like, just considering how things are with him, like I like him being a low end RB1, but I
Right.
also, just based on what Genty's doing from a volume standpoint, think he can get there too. But I think it's easier for me to paint the picture for Genty going off the second half of the season than
If
it
you
is
were
for
to
Kyron.
if you were to swap them and Genty were the running back for Sean McVay, and it
Oh
would,
my God.
I mean, it would just be there'd be no
No, the,
question.
the talent level between these two is not close.
Yeah.
Respect to Kyron. I love Kyron.
Yeah, Dak or Daniels, and he makes a good point here, Zay, that maybe you and I have to revisit our rankings. That if Terry and Debo are out, is Jaden Daniels still QB 2, 3 for us?
That's fair. I mean, this is a check back later one. I'll be completely honest with you. If Debo's out, I think there's a world for it. So when I did my projections, it was Debo in.
Right.
So and that's why Jaden's sitting at 1. But like, it's tough for me to say for sure. Like, I think you could certainly consider Dak over Jaden with no Debo. But I mean, to pick one right now without knowing about Debo, I think is a little irresponsible. If I'm being honest.
If Debo is out, I'll tell you right now, if McLaurin and Debo are out, I'd probably start Dak because Dak also got CeeDee Lamb back. So
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm generally fine with that.
Travion Marshall Faulk. Yeah, Chris, we'd say probably.
I think Marshall Faulk was a little bigger. That's the only difference.
Yeah, just that it. Buddy, right now I'm hoping that Travion can at least be Kevin Faulk, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know
dude, I think it's
like,
it's Travion Henderson.
Let's wait and see if he's James White first.
Yeah, please. I
think he
love
was
that.
jumping on my Patriots fan.
We would love that.
Who do you sit? Sit one: Rashad White, Breece Hall, Quentin Johnston. Hard to sit Rashad White right now, the way he's been playing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably Quentin Johnston here if I'm being honest with you. That's probably I don't usually bench running backs or bell cows for almost any wide receiver. Shout out Quentin Johnston because he had many doubters, including myself, but not with Rashad White and Breece Hall. I mean, just to give you an idea where these guys are for me this week, I'm looking at my running back ranks. I got Breece Hall at 10 and Rashad White at 15. I don't think with QJ coming in, let's see here. He's at 22, so no.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
It's a hard one for sure.
A lot of positive talk about Trey Harris this week. Brother, I don't know who Malinga is.
We're thinking that's Monungai.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if Swift is out, I would play Monungai
I would
for
play
sure,
Monungai.
just from a volume standpoint.
Yeah. Yep. All right, last one here before we get back in the chat. We'll do our best, but we got to get through all these games. There's quite a few of them. We've only got through 3.5.
Yeah, I unfortunately have a pretty hard stop at 2, so we got to do this.
Mason, come in late, hard out, dude. Classic Tyler, dude. You're just a man. You're just a busy dude. Now that you're famous, man, you were so much cooler before you. You were so much cooler before you're famous, bro.
Sorry about it.
Mason,
I'll still play PUBG. I'll still play video games with you, man.
No, dude. You don't have the time.
Mason, this is Mason Taylor. He's got a really good matchup for tight ends this week.
It's Mason, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Too famous. I get it. Okay, well, let's get you out of here on time then. Bears, if we're gonna play a bear.
Caleb Williams would be the one, but I highly doubt we end up going that direction. So I don't think that's gonna be. I like Caleb this week, but he's not gonna be the quarterback I pick.
Can we consider the Bears defense if we start Drake May?
Yeah, I think that's possible for sure.
Or their kicker. I mean, like 26 point over under. If we're not going to use a team from that, 26 point implied point total. So just for folks, in case you're confused what's going on here, we got the over under and the point spread. We can use that to figure out what the implied point totals for these teams are based on Vegas. It's obviously not perfect, but let's say the over under and the spread were to be really well done by Vegas, then the scores would be something like, for this game, 26-20 or 27-21. Right. And that's why we kind of look at that to get an idea of what the books are telling us. So, yeah, we can leave the Bears out. Or Dunze, maybe?
I mean, I'm not necessarily wild about it, but I mean, we can put him there if you'd like.
Where do you have Dunze ranked? I have him like top 12.
Yeah, I'm sure I do too.
But yeah, we want top 5.
He's 13. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Raiders, Chiefs. Chiefs expected to crush the Raiders. Travis Kelce historically has been very good against the Raiders.
I think if we want to consider like a darker one here, I mean, I think Michael Mayer, if Bowers is out, could be like that kind of like one of those few players that we pick.
Got 7 targets.
Strong target. That was a strong opportunity with him.
The one thing with him is that he didn't quite just get Brock Bowers' role. They kept him in line a lot.
Which is what he does.
That's what he does, right? So it's not like they were like, okay, you're Bowers now. They basically just put a wide receiver into the Bowers role, and he's played pretty much the whole game inline. I think 47 inline snaps, but he played like 56 of 61 snaps, got 7 targets. So I mean, he's out there, and this is tight end premium, by the way. So
okay, it's good to know. Maybe we don't want to go there. Chiefs. I mean, the defense I think is in play, obviously. And then like Mahomes. I feel like we should put Mahomes' name down here for sure. Let's put Mahomes' name down here.
Yeah, even if we don't use him, it's got to be on there.
Yeah, I agree.
No Rashee Rice first game back.
It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be a hot pick, but no, I don't think I'm gonna go that route. You can put it down if you're feeling it.
Let's put it in there just to ward off evil spirits.
Yeah, I mean, right. I have Rashee Rice at 12. So
yeah, right. So that's the thing about this is that you can't really, in most cases, you can't just start just all the best guys because a lot of the guys are on the same team. It's like you can't start Amon-Ra and Gibbs, so we're gonna have to make a call on that.
Yep, exactly.
So you do get down towards the back end of the groups in some fashion in this, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's just get the good players on the sheet and we'll move on. Panthers, Jets.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any Panthers that I want to start in this one. You can put Tet's name down if you want to, but I expect there to be a split between Dowdle and Chuba.
Yeah. And we don't want to run Ted up against Sauce. Right.
Fair enough.
I don't want to do that.
I know. I don't think there's a Panther that we're going to pick. So, I mean, I think we can just put his name down because we respect him. Breece Hall is the Jet for me.
And we can move right along, I think.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Giants, Broncos here. Broncos defense has been very good.
I mean, I think the Broncos defense is obviously going to be absolutely in play here. I don't think there's any players on the Giants that I'm considering right now.
That defense also, they're going to get back. They're going to get Drake Greenlaw soon. I mean, he's been activated to practice.
I mean, the Giants are implied for 16.5 points. I mean, it's going to be tough to pick somebody besides the Chiefs or the Broncos. Like you can almost like lock in the Broncos defense right now as our pick.
I think that's good. I
don't know who from that team that I'm going to want. So I think Sutton has a good game. I think Sutton has a good game, but.
Now let's do this. Just do Broncos D. It makes life easy, and those Giants, they are fun to watch, but they're definitely kind of bumble around. They bumble around a little bit.
This is not their week. Yeah,
could be some turnovers there from Jackson Dart. I mean, the way he plays is so conducive to sacks. I think that's the thing that people kind of underestimate is that watching the games with these mobile quarterbacks, sometimes it doesn't feel like they're getting sacked a lot, right? Mm-hmm. But if you're like scrambling around and you dive back to lose 1 yard, I mean, that's a sack, and Jackson Dart, when he's out there, like he is quietly taking a lot of sacks that don't look like the classic ones where you're just getting pummeled. He's doing that too. But like these guys, like the mobile QBs are definitely, they can give you a little bit of that. Colts Chargers here. This should be a good one for.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler Warren and Jonathan Taylor both, I mean, we're looking at a decent, 48 implied total is pretty solid. I think Warren and Jonathan.
Yeah. This
Taylor.
has been a tough one because of the tight end premium.
Precisely. Like, he's going to be one we want.
You think Warren over Taylor?
We'll get to that for sure.
Yeah,
that's going to be something we're going to be talking about. I'm almost certain of that.
What about the Chargers? It's a very strange team right now.
Yeah,
they don't really have a star for fantasy.
I don't really think because like
here's what we might be doing.
The kicker? Yeah. Dicker the kicker. I actually think this is a good one. High scoring game.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That kind of bails us out a little bit. We don't have to.
We can start with Dicker and Broncos defense, and we can go from there.
I think so. That's a good way to do it. Next one here: Packers Cardinals. Cardinals not really being given.
Josh Jacobs is in play for sure here.
Yeah,
considering there's 6.5 point favorites, and
I'll go as far as to say he's a lock.
Feels like it to me, and then. Arizona Cardinals. I mean, Trey McBride probably could be under consideration for tight end. I don't know if we end up going that way, but I would if we want to put a name down, we can. The thing is like I don't know what other Cardinals we would start.
The interesting thing about the Packers is that, and this is where DVOA comes in, is that they're quietly giving away. They've given up a lot of points to tight ends, but they can be very good against the tight end when they you know what I mean? Like think of this. Last week, Tanner Hudson scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Are we really going to count that against them? Quay Walker and Xavier McKinney, those guys are very good at covering the tight end. So when they're covering Noah Fant and then Tanner Hudson scores some random touchdown, like, yes, that goes into the raw point total, but like DVOA does a lot to like sort that out a little bit, and they're not ranked as poorly in DVOA. So
yeah, it's interesting because I could see them also being like, well, if we lock down McBride, who's Jacoby throwing the ball to?
Tell you, Elijah Higgins random touchdown week. This is it, dude. You wait.
Put Elijah Higgins' name down, right?
jot that down.
Jot that one down, dude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put him on this. I'm not gonna put him on this sheet, but let's just say there's other platforms you can play on where he's possibly the bare minimum price if you play those type of games versus this game. But we play this game. If you'd like to play this game as well, go over to myffpc.com. Use promo code ALARM. They'll give you $25 when you deposit $35 or more. I'm not letting Tyler out of QR code jail until somebody clicks that and deposits and gets signed up. So you're behind the paywall right now, dude.
Lovely.
Leaving that up.
All right, Commanders. I mean, you can put down Jaden Daniels. You could put down probably JCM too, if you wanted to.
I don't know if I want to, but I'll put his name in there. Yeah, we're not going to use Ertz, I don't think.
I like Ertz, but there's going to be better options.
There's going to be better options.
The reason I say JCM is I have JCM sitting at let's see what I have him in my ranks.
There are 4 flexes and it's tight end premium, so we're not.
I'm at 11. I have JCM at 11. So
okay, so he's in play for sure.
Yeah, he's in play for sure. And I think that's it with Devo's status there.
Yeah. There's 4 flexes and tight end premium, so we can start multiple tight ends. There's been a couple weeks where you did have to have Ferguson.
I was about to say for sure. Right?
Yeah, so we'll look at that. We'll put Ferguson in. I mean, then this has been such a bad matchup.
CD Lamb and Javonte, I think, have to be considered, unfortunately. Javonte for me is at 9 this week.
Let's just do that.
Yep.
Let's just do that. Because I mean, like, this is 54.5 point over under.
We want pieces for sure.
Yeah,
we want the pieces.
It's rarely seen. And I need to double check. Are the Commanders favored here still?
Are they?
I gotta double check that I got this right. No, I have it backwards. I knew it. My spidey senses were going off on that one. So this is what it actually looks like. Looks like that.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Are we into Sunday night right now?
This is Sunday night, and then the Monday games are also part of this contest. So there's 2 Monday games this week. Yeah, 2 Mondays. I kind of like. What do you think about the 2 Mondays? Some days I like it, and some days I don't.
It's a little early for me. My kids are still up at the 7 o'clock. I don't get to catch any of it.
Right, and you know what's annoying is that like they overlap. You know, it's like you get to watch one game by itself for an hour, and then there's 2 games on.
Yep.
So yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. So when one's a little late, one's a little early. I prefer the one because it starts around 8. Falcons. I mean, Bijan. I mean, you put Bijan's name there. You also could probably put Drake London's name here. I'd be pretty comfortable with that. I think I have Bijan at 2, which is absolutely no surprise to anybody on earth.
Right.
And then London sits at 6. So I think respectfully, those guys are finding themselves. And put CMC's name down for the 49ers too.
And just put him right in the lineup.
Yeah, you can't not.
He's so good, dude.
He's not the fade.
Now we've been starting CMC every week, and it's been working every week. Now Kittle could enter the conversation. Not going to start on the first week back, though. The Falcons have also quietly been tough.
I was just about to say that, man. I think Atlanta ranks 4th against opposing tight ends. They're the 4th toughest defense.
They've been good,
and they're 5th in pass DVOA. When they took down the Bills, I was saying this before, where I was checking out DVOA, and I was like, at that point in time before the Bills game, they had the Atlanta Falcons as the number 1 ranked DVOA defense.
Right.
And that was a surprise to a lot of people. And then they beat the Bills. Now I don't think it's much of a surprise, but like this Atlanta Falcons defense is quietly one of the best defenses in the NFL right now. So, and they're really tough against the tight end position. So even if Kittle's back here, this is a tougher start than I think people realize.
Agreed. Yeah. And one of the biggest mistakes by the Bengals front office, letting Jesse Bates leave, dude. Like,
yeah, man,
crazy to let that guy leave. I know they had money that had to go to T. Higgins and Chase and all these guys, but like he has been one of the best free agent acquisitions of any team over the last few years. He's very good. And he's actually probably the main problem for tight ends. So not a good matchup for tight ends over there. All right. Next one here, Buccaneers Lions, 53 point over under.
I think putting Baker or Goff on here just in case we end up needing them could be helpful. I like both of them this week, but I think just like getting their names on there in case we go with these other guys is interesting because Mike Evans is somebody that I would consider here, but I'm not as necessarily feeling Rachaad White as much.
Yeah, he's got Evans has 11 games to get to his 1,000 yards.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. He can do it. He's done it before.
He'll get there, dude. On the Lion side, is
Amon-Ra Gibbs. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you could consider Laporta, but I don't see how we end up getting there. But
I don't think we'll get there either. I think it's got to be here or here.
Yeah.
Let's just hit some questions in the chat real quick before we hit this.
Let's hit it. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Let's see here. Where did we leave off? We did that sit. The Giants-Broncos matchup. Can you touch on Jackson Dart's chain? If there's any concern, he'll get snatched this week by Aqib Talib, who's in Denver. I mean,
he could get his chain snatched, but luckily, hopefully, he runs enough to where it's not snatched too hard.
If he runs his mouth like Crabtree, that's how you get your chain snatched.
Sorry, ass wide receiver. Yeah, absolutely.
Doesn't like the Arizona backfield duo due to uncertainty. However, Bam Knight is the goal line back, so I'm starting in 1 week. If Swift were to sit, would you play Monange over Bam? He was answering somebody else's question in the chat, so that makes sense. Ertz is a nice play if Debo and Scary Terry are out.
Yeah, I would think Ertz is a nice play for sure. I mean, he's limited, but I do think the volume could be there. I mean, I think I talked about Ertz being a start for me this week. He sits at tight end 11 on the week for me here, so like obviously there's some interest there, but yeah, I mean, he's a great streamer. If you're in a pinch, I think Ertz is a great play.
Ertz's deployment is so interesting, especially when I see teams do this. Like I've seen, there was a time where the Rams at one point, a couple years back, they would use Tyler Higbee on run plays and Gerald Everett on pass plays, and the split was so obvious that you just knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
and the Commanders are basically doing that this year.
Yeah.
And football is such a nuanced game, but I'm surprised that that's not like a dead giveaway to team.
That's what the Falcons are doing with Algier, man. When Algier is on the field, they're running the football.
Gets the ball every time. Yeah,
I mean, it's like
you would think that would be, kind of a little too much of a giveaway. Like Ertz last week, he legit was coming out of the game every time it was a run play to the point where he played 36 snaps and he ran 30 routes. Right, like.
Really tricking him there. Really.
Yeah, right. Like, just tell your defensive guys, the guy with the green cat hat on, like, hey, when this guy's in the game, it's a pass play. And I know I go back and watch the games, a lot of them are like, it's like, okay, 3rd and 12. Yes, of course they are passing here, but I mean, to do it to that degree, it feels dumb. Am I crazy to say that?
No, you're not crazy to say that at all.
Yeah. Traded Pickens and Kamara for Kyren and AJ Brown. Which side would you want to be on?
I think with it really depends on how you feel about Pickens with CeeDee Lamb coming back. I probably would want to be Kyren and AJ Brown, as I've already said. I kind of bet on AJ Brown, and I'd rather have Kyren than Kamara, but it's a tough one.
Yeah. Did you hear what Kamara's comments on when they asked him about being traded?
He didn't want to go. I didn't hear the comments exactly, but I know he doesn't want to go.
He said, he's like, look, he's like, I know this is a business. He goes, here's what I told him. I go, if I'm ever getting traded, you come tell me personally first, and then I'm going to go down and have myself a pina colada. So
I respect the hell out of it, man.
He loves New Orleans, man. He wants to be a Saint, but he's like, just make sure you tell me first so I don't see it on Twitter. So
I can respect that.
Let's go down to Bourbon Street for one last one, dude. So, I mean, would you, for a fantasy standpoint, would you? I would, as a Kamara owner, I think I would prefer him to get traded.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, absolutely. That's got to be the hope for you right now because he's startable, but it's not winning you much.
Dude, if he got traded to the Chiefs, man,
it'd be nuts, man. It'd be nuts.
It'd be Brian Westbrook.
Yeah.
Got traded. Offered Brian Thomas for Kamara. How do you feel about that?
I want Brian Thomas. I think he's coming around.
Yeah, I think that's probably the move too. Kamara, like he's still getting some targets, but the targets aren't like the Kamara of old because Kellen Moore doesn't like drawing up like designed passes to the running back. Like he used to run wheel routes. He used to run like those like Texas routes, or right where you like you hit the tight end spot and come over the middle, and you're getting actual like high A dot targets. The targets he's getting now are just like dump offs. They'll throw a screen to him every now and again, but he's not running real routes within this offense.
It's
And
a little
Barkley's
unfortunate. It's a little unfortunate, but he's like I said, he's still usable. We're not completely panicked yet.
I'm starting him where I have him.
You have to. What else are you doing? It's the position.
Yeah. Helium, what up, dog? Always good to see you in here. Need 1 RB, 2 flex, full PPR. He's got Marks, Mayer, Tez Johnson, Sharps. Tez Johnson or Cameron Johnson for you this week, dude? Crazy question, but it's a real question.
Tez Johnson or who?
I know this isn't his question, but this is a side question I want to ask you. If you had your back against the ropes, would you rather start Tez? Do you think Tez Johnson or Cameron Johnson is going to play?
Tez. I'm going Tez.
Tez is going to play more. Yeah, I think so too.
I think like he's small, but I think he got more snaps. And I also think like you're better off getting maybe that one big boom play just based on his profile.
I think Cameron was kind of playing the Mike Evans bigger guy role, and they got a bigger guy back now. Okay, so of these guys, Marks he needs 3 of these players. One has to be a running back of Marks, Mayer, Tez, Charbs, Carter, and Kirk.
I also have good news. I'm sorry I was on my phone there for a second, but I no longer have a hard stop at 2, so we can go over 2:00.
I think we're right on pace right now. In fact, we might be even ahead of schedule because I was trying to move it along to make sure we got you out, dude.
No, man, we're good now. You don't have to push me out of here anymore.
I'm saying, well, we wrap this up quick, and then we should hop on and stream some PUBG. We really should be getting some streaming going if we're going to be playing.
People are already here. They can watch us wash dads play above average.
Chat, would you watch a couple dads play video games, and also while they play, answer fantasy football questions?
Yeah, at the same time, it'd be perfect.
First response in the chat, no.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't blame you. I wouldn't watch it either. We're not that great.
This question. Stop dodging this question.
Running backs, you got to pick one. So Marks, Charbs, Carter. Let me check these out. Marks is at 35. Charbs is at 31. Carter's at 38. So that's Charbs for me. That's Charbs.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because he is getting quote unquote high leverage plays where he plays on the pass downs. He's been getting the 2-minute drill, and he also gets the goal line. I mean, like, those are kind of, if you're gonna split up the snaps, those are the ones that are kind of most conducive to scoring.
Yeah. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to my flex rankings because we got multiple positions. So Marks is 86, Mayer is 87.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's see, Tez is down.
I feel like
95.
it's Marks. Carter, where do you have Michael Carter?
Down at 100 something, and Kirk is down at 90. So I think it's Marks, Mayer, Charbs.
Yeah,
Marks,
that's what I'm doing
Charbs.
too. That's what I'm doing too. Best player to pick up and put in an open IR spot. Trey Benson for me.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if Mixon's coming back, and Ayuk. I mean, they've been there's nothing positive about. First of all, there's nothing about Mixon at all, which leads me to believe it's bad. And then Ayuk is nothing positive. Like, I think week 10 right now might be the best case, but again, nothing substantial.
I actually did hear something on Mixon, and it was on October 7th. They came out and said, we are going to check back in 3 or 4 weeks. So, like 1 week ago, they basically said, we don't know if he's going to play this year. We're going to double check that in a month from now.
Yep.
Like, forget it, dude. With Trey Benson, they came out and told beat writers that he will be back. They basically guaranteed reporters he'll be back, and they said 4 to 6 weeks. We're coming up on 4 weeks soon.
Yeah, so, I mean, and I don't think any of the other running backs have showed much. And while I'm not the biggest Trey Benson fan, I think it's very clear that he's going to come back into a pretty solid opportunity share. So I'm good with Benson
here. Yeah. Swift can't go. Walker, Sharps, or Spears?
Not Spears, man. I'm not barking up that tree yet. That split on that offense is disgusting. No. Let me see where I have Walker. I always have Walker above Charb. So for me, this is Walker.
Because he's better.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, I got Walker.
So annoying, dude. These people saying to trade for Achane because they don't have speed. Walker has 98th percentile speed. They have speed. Just play the guy. Dude, don't be bashing PUBG, okay? You've never experienced the glory.
I bet this guy plays Fortnite or something like that.
No, he's in here. Peter says he plays Battlefield.
That's fair. I mean, Battlefield 6 is probably calling my name soon.
Fortnite stole PUBG's idea flat out. I mean, they stole their code from inside of the look, I don't want to get into it, but all we know that Fortnite's whack. PUBG, awesome. Battlefield, presumably good. Helldivers 2, awesome. All right, last one here, and then we'll jump in and make this team. Need 2. Marv, Keishon Butte, Tez, Trey Tucker. Marv is probably going to be out. And I mean,
Marv is out.
He's in concussion protocol still today, and it's Friday. I assume those guys don't play.
Tez is at 48. Tucker's at 38. Butte's at 52. So this is Tez and Tucker for me, man. Butte is just too tough to trust on week-to-week basis, even though I do respect what he does on occasion. I would go Tez and Tucker.
Yeah, I mean, like that game was like that was his homecoming game. Apex Legends is awesome, dude, but I kind of stopped playing. The problem with Apex Legends is that like you can't just wipe a squad by yourself, or it's very difficult to. And I need one-shot headshots. So, sorry,
fair enough.
Did you ever play Apex?
Briefly, it wasn't my thing.
Yeah, I need that like one shot. I need the Car 98. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Last game here: Texans and Seahawks. Seahawks. I mean, this name's got to be on the sheet. That goes without saying. That might just be the play, right?
Yeah, I would agree that that's probably the play there. Do we have to play one player from every team, or is there teams omitted?
No, we don't.
How many teams are omitted in general? Do you know off the top of your head? We can figure it out in a second here.
Yeah, there's 13 teams on the slate, and we have to start. So actually, in the 100 team one, there's no kicker and defense. So even though we deliberated that, we don't have to do it.
Okay, that's good to know.
But there's 10 spots, so there's going to be there's going to be a lot of teams that we don't use anybody.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Texans, I mean, I don't have anybody really.
We don't want to use Nico.
You could put Nico on there for the sake of putting Nico on there and see how it goes for sure.
I don't think I have him ranked that high either.
Yeah, I mean, if I go to my ranks right now, Nico sits at. Yeah, I have him at 8. So yeah, Nico's in play. Nico's in play.
All right, let's take a quick peek here and just go highlight some names quick that like we're definitely going to use.
All right, start at the bottom or top?
Start at the top. Folks, just so you know, if anyone joining us late, here's what we're doing. We're making an FFPC lineup. You can use any player you want. You just can't pick 2 players from the same team. It's tight end premium. We need a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 4 flexes. And if you want to play, go over to my FFPC, use promo code ALARM. They'll give you $25 when you deposit 35 or more. But wait till you guys see this lineup that we're putting together. It's going to be ridiculous, dude, because you can start essentially anybody you want. So I feel like Judkins is going to be in.
Oh, right? Yeah. Judkins is locked the hell in for me, man. Just and considering.
You really like the Olave.
I do. Let me see where I have Olave this week. Like I have him fairly high considering it's Olave. I'm at 21. So I mean, like, but it's also the team. So we'll see what we have to do. But he could easily be a guy we slip in that's not like chalky chalk.
Yeah. So Judkins is already kind of fringe enough that
we should just do it. Yeah.
We're gonna do it, and we should do a lot of chalk. We're gonna do CMC, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Who else did we say?
JSN for sure.
JSN. All right, let's jump over and put those guys in just to see what it looks like right away. Who do you have? You have JSN and CMC as your top ranked players at those positions, right?
I have JSN at 2 behind Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, I think I would go Amon-Ra here, but
okay. Well, where do you have Gibbs? Yeah, so we want to go Amon-Ra then over Gibbs.
Yeah, over Gibbs. Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. Well, that is actually a huge question every week.
Toss in Judkins in there, man. Just get him in there.
Yeah, just get him in. And we're gonna move McCaffrey to a flex because you can, and same with St. Brown.
You can change him out if you need
can pivot. Yeah, there's a little strategery to it. Sometimes if you're sitting there and you're like,
you need to play catch up, you want to get off the chalk. Yeah.
So if we're in first, then we just leave in the exactly. Sometimes
as DFS goes, absolutely.
Little tricks. Okay, jumping back over. So we have our core lineup. So it's all we need a tight end.
Yeah, so I go to my top ranked tight ends here, and right off the bat, we're going to be going between McBride and Warren. So the issue is that I kind of want to go JT because JT is currently my number 1 rank. So unfortunately, I think Warren would be out because I would rather flex. I'd rather get Jonathan Taylor in there.
Okay. Well, let's do Taylor, and then
but I like your point on McBride. I mean, that's my problem here. Is I like your point on McBride, which would probably bring me to. We didn't mention him, But like Tucker Kraft, see, the thing is, I don't want to play Ferguson because I'd rather get, there's some other Cowboys pieces I think we could go to.
Right.
But if we don't go McBride, it's pretty much Tucker Kraft.
The problem you run into with Tucker Kraft in this format is that it's not the best format for what he does. If that makes sense.
You know what?
Right?
Let's take Jonathan Taylor out and put Tyler Warren in, because I'm really struggling here with tight end, and I think
Me too.
And I think he's the one that feels the best.
Yeah, I think he does, man. And he also the thing with him in DFS is that in any given week he could also throw a touchdown pass. He could run one in. Like one of these weeks, this guy's going to score 2, possibly 3 touchdowns, and one of them is going to be like a gadget play, and that's coming. 100% is coming.
I mean, you gotta put Bijan in there.
He almost threw a touchdown pass to Michael Pittman like 2 weeks ago.
Dude, I mean, he's a stud.
Yeah,
Bijan's got to be in there.
Bijan's got to be in there. That's what I'm saying. There's certain players that now we go back over.
I feel like
quarterback is gonna change. Quarterback is gonna be a that's gonna decide a couple things for us, I think, too.
Yeah, let's do me a favor and put in Jacobs. Put in Jacobs, and let's just see where we go.
Right. So then we have 2 players left and a quarterback. And of the top, just going over here and sorting by their projections. I mean, Achane is here, but he's not a must-start guy. Oh, CeeDee Lamb. So CeeDee Lamb came out and said that he actually thought he could have played last week, but they held him out one more time to make sure he was 100%.
Yeah, I think CeeDee Lamb or Justin Jefferson, one of those two have to be in that flex spot.
We can do them both.
I have CeeDee Lamb over J. Jeff, so I'm totally cool with this.
We can do them both.
All right.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. And then my top quarterback left, conservatively, I mean, it would be Patrick Mahomes.
I was really hoping. So I think we should go Mahomes. I was really hoping that we were going to backdoor our way into getting May in there.
To get who?
Drake May. I was really hoping that.
I mean, it would be. I mean, like, thing is, I have Drake May at 3 and Mahomes at 2. So, like, if the Pats are so back, it could obviously be that. But I mean, Mahomes, dude, he's just been so.
I should have forced the Kelsey narrative.
You can't force that on me this week, man. With Rashee Rice back, dude.
Not with Rice back, I know he does historically destroy the Raiders. Last year, he averaged 19 points a game in his 2 games. He hasn't scored fewer than. So this is tight end premium. So in the last 17 games, he's only scored under 10 points in this format one time.
Was it with Rashee Rice? Was he active?
I mean, I think he's only played them once with him active. It might have been that game, actually, because it was in 2023 when he had his worst game against them. So right down narrative street right there, dude. So, okay, this is the lineup, folks. And this is what I'm talking about being one of my favorite places to play for this, because it's like, look at this lineup. Patrick Mahomes, the number 1 quarterback right now in fantasy football, right? I mean, like, you can say what you want about how it's ranked or what you're projecting moving forward. Just talking about points right now, he is the number 1 quarterback in fantasy. Christian McCaffrey, star. Quinshon Judkins in the Mud Bowl against one of the worst run defenses besides maybe Carolina. JSN, who's just like number 1 in every underlying metric out there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's a star. Josh Jacobs, who has been a monster. Bijan Robinson. And then, of course, our 2 final flexes. We had a tough time filling them with CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson. Then we got Tyler Warren, who's going to catch a touchdown pass and then have some sort of other gadgety touch. He'll probably run back a kick or a punt or throw a touchdown pass or throw a touchdown pass to himself. Run one in. This is the week Tyler Warren runs one in. So
I mean, he throws one, runs one, and catches one. 3 touchdowns, baby.
Yeah, aren't these fun to make, bro?
They are fun, dude. Let's flip though. We got to get McCaffrey in there.
Yeah.
Flip. We got McCaffrey and Jacobs need to switch.
Yes. So JSN needs to switch too.
Yeah. Well, let's do JSN and
Jefferson.
Yep.
Because Jefferson is 1 o'clock. Yeah. So folks, what we're doing now, just a bit of gamesmanship that's going to help you out here, is that if we can see. So and here's the thing is, other people made this mistake. Like last week, we're going into the last game, and people had James Cook as their last player left, and we could see it because they didn't move him out of the running back spot.
And if you lose, you pivot.
You pivot, yeah. So if you're losing, so if we're losing, like we actually did that. We took Bijan out and put in Drake London, and Drake London outscored Bijan. And Bijan ended up going crazy too. But like for a minute, for a minute, so for the first half of the game, we jumped all the way up into third place, and we were like, it was me and Rich Rebar's team, and we were just like DMing. We're like, we're so smart, we're geniuses. And then Bijan came back and went crazy, and we ended up moving down. But that's what you do. So you got to get
McCaffrey and Jacobs.
Okay, Jacobs is going to go up.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a lot of late game guys too, so we can always just sit back.
Lots of swapping if we're down. If somebody, somebody really duds, like if Judkins duds or Jefferson duds, like there's opportunity here for us to really.
Yeah. And then, wow, we have a lot. Well, I mean, the late games are usually the best games, so it's not surprising. But I guess we'll put.
I don't think there's any more swaps.
Yeah.
No, Amon-Ra for
Lamb and Lamb.
Yep. It's funny we're swapping the Sunday night game in for the position instead of the flex, but that's where we are.
Yeah, that's where we're at, man.
Sorry, it's 4:00. I see.
Whatever. Yeah, so we only have one. Oh, we have two players going. That's the thing. If Mahomes has a dud, then we're dead.
We just have to do a lot of pivoting, but like, is Mahomes going to get a dud? I mean, he's not doing that right now. He's not doing that right now.
I think they're going to crush the Raiders this week, as they do. And the spread for that game is 13 points. All right, let's just hit the last couple questions and we'll get you out of here, man.
Yeah, whatever works, man. Let's roll.
Yeah, 12 team, half PPR. Pick one. Pitts or Mason Taylor this week?
I got Mason Taylor and Pitts back to back. I would prefer to go Mason Taylor because the Carolina Panthers have been giving up a lot of points to the tight end position. Additionally, Fields is not a good passer with the football, but this is your classic. The ball has to go somewhere, and he's kind of been the clear second option there. So I think eight targets is certainly not out of the range of outcomes for Mason Taylor. So
you got 9 a week ago. Plus over at FTN Fantasy DVOA, the bottom team against the tight end in DVOA, the Carolina Panthers. So There you go. Matchup of the week right there for Taylor. I do like Pitts, but I have Taylor ahead for this week for sure.
Yeah.
Half PPR start 3, Debo, Sutton, BTJ, MHJ, Breece Hall. Well, on that one, Caden, you got to wait and see if Debo and Marv are going to play or not.
Because that decision could be made already.
Could be made for you. Let's say hypothetically everybody's in there.
All right, if we're going hypothetical in my flex ranks right now, you said it's what, half PPR? Breece is 12.
Breece will be in there.
Marv is not ranked for me, so I'm not even going to say his name.
I don't have him in my rankings either because he hasn't practiced once.
Sutton's 38. Brian Thomas is 36. And Debo is up at 24. So if Debo plays, it's going to be Breece, Debo, and Brian Thomas. But if he doesn't play, it's the only 3 that you have left. I don't think Marv is suiting up.
Yeah. How do you a side question? How do you feel about Travis Hunter these days? Getting a little more usage, but hasn't really delivered.
I don't know, man. I was pretty out on him in Dynasty and as a prospect, and then a lot of people had a lot of really nice things to say about him as a wide receiver. So I took a little bit here and there in my redraft to kind of hedge my full fade. And I wish I would have just started.
In best ball, you had to. In best ball, you had to.
Yeah, I feel like you had to. It's tough, man. I would say
just the thing is with guys like that. Like, they traded up for him. It's James Gladstone. Like, I was out on him mostly in redraft, but like in best ball, that's one of those guys where you could look back and be like, oh yeah, like this guy's a freak.
I'm generally out, man. Right now, I would be on. I'm not trying to buy low in Dynasty right now.
Definitely not dropping or trading if you have him though, just because he's playing a little more. But I mean,
he's on the bench for me right now, man.
He looks raw. Oh yeah, you can't start him right now. But I think I'd like to have him on the bench.
He's on my bench. Yeah, for sure.
Love or Knicks?
I got Love at 10 and Knicks at 11. So kind of pick your own poison there. But if I have to pick one from technicality, it's Jordan Love.
Knicks isn't running as much this year.
It's a problem.
I'd like to see more of that from him. DJ Moore or JMO, assuming DJ Moore is a go.
Oh, these are both kind of tougher picks. Let me pull up. Jameson Williams sits at 29 for me. And DJ Moore sits at 37. So I'm going Jameson Williams. I don't think this is the best matchup for him necessarily, but I do think in this high scoring affair here, there is a chance that Jameson Williams can pop. The ceiling's certainly higher considering the way that they've been utilizing DJ Moore and the way DJ Moore's been playing. So we'll go JMO.
Go JMO, yeah. He could pop.
We're
53
going.
point over under, right? May or Dak?
I got it May by one spot right now, man. I have
spot.
May 3 and Dak 4, so we're going Pats are so back here, baby.
Dude.
Hi, Luke. Good to see you.
Yeah, my Luke rules. I think I have Dak at 3 and May at 4, but Pats are back. Pats are back, so the answer's May. Go back. Have a little fun, dude. Henry, Pitts, or Schultz? Big Gorilla is tight end premium.
Absolutely. Let me see here. I mean, I have Pitt sitting at 14. I got Hunter Henry at 9 this week. Hunter in the hen house due to May is happening, so we're doing that.
Yeah,
it's not
go
going
ahead.
to be Schultz.
Go with the hen dog. Schultz is so boring, but like he does get targets. He never does anything with them. Fields or Stafford? Okay.
I have this. I have Fields 13, Stafford 14. I do have this as Fields. I know that G Will's out, but what you're playing for is garbage time rushing touchdowns, and we have seen Justin Fields do. He's either dropping you 30 burgers against bad teams, or he's just getting completely shut up by good defenses. I would not consider the Carolina Panthers necessarily a good defense, so I do like starting Fields this week and just kind of don't watch the first 3 quarters. Is all I have to say about that.
Don't watch it at all, dude. Yeah. I mean, Mason Taylor so far this year has not caught a pass while the team is winning. Yeah.
I believe it.
How great is that? Mason Taylor, not one reception while the team's winning. Brad T, this is the last question. We're out of here. Genty, Dowdle, or White?
I got Genty at 12, and I have Dowdle at 14 and White at 15. So this is Genty for me.
Now, the Dowdle ranking that's with Chuba.
That's with Chuba. That was my so I do Wednesday night projections, and I do Friday night projections, and then Sunday morning projections. So my ranks now are based on my Wednesday night projections. So there will be some updates there. I wouldn't be surprised if I do lean a little bit more just from what I've kind of heard and what I've kind of seen. But either way, it's still clearly Genty here, but I wouldn't be surprised to see White flip Dowdle by a couple spots after I run his projections tonight.
Dave Canales said the most annoying thing ever today, dude.
What's that?
He said, we know who's going to start and who's going to get the bulk of the workload.
Right? Thank you. Here's my thing about this split, too, right?
But let me finish the quote. But he said, but we're keeping that to ourselves for a strategic advantage.
Dude, it's just terrible.
So he didn't finish that by saying it's going to be this guy, it's going to be that guy. He said we're intentionally keeping it vague so that they can't practice for that. So.
Here's my thing. Dowdle's playing better. There's no doubt about it. But I think there's like more than just your box score and your stats here. Chuba means a lot to this organization. I think he's a locker room guy. He's a leader. The team, the brass, the administration, they all love Chuba. And I just don't see a world where Chuba's sitting the bench. I think at worst, this is 60-40 in Rico Dowdle's favor. I could see it being 50-50, man.
Right. It's so funny, though, that like this team used a second-round pick on Jonathan Brooks, gave Chuba $33 million, and then it turns out Rico Dowdle's the best running back in the league. Just classic Panthers business.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, man.
So there you go.
It was an emotional signing, Chuba, there.
I think it was, dude. He really showed up at a dark time and put butts in seats for them,
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Thank you very much for popping in, man. You, of course, dude. We'll definitely get on the sticks soon. Tell everybody where they can find you. You got these ranks that are winning contests and winning awards, and you guys are crushing. So tell everybody where they can find your stuff. I know you and Herms do the show, man, which I enjoy.
Thank you, man.
Throw it out
so Twitter at FFTylerO. If you're on Blue Sky, it's the same thing. I'm usually more active on the Twitter or the X machines these days. If we could call it active. Everything's at FTN, right? We got a Crossing Routes podcast. I took a little break from that for some travels, but I'll be back on the Crossing Routes with my man Herms this coming week and then going forward. And then all of my content in terms of my ranks and my articles can all be found over at FTN Fantasy. Also pretty active over there in the Discord chat if you want to pop in there as well.
Awesome, man. That rules. Folks, you know where to find me. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on the way out. And we will catch you guys on this channel again at 11 a.m. If you want to listen to more of our stuff, you can catch us on Sirius XM tonight, 6 to 8 p.m. Also 10 a.m. this weekend. But until then, we're out of here.
Adios, turd nuggets.